Is the MTN ZLT CAT4 universal router really that fast? Is this something you should consider buying in 2024? Is it worth the money? And does it live up to its hype? In this video, we are diving into all of these questions and more. And if you are considering buying the MTN CAT4 router, this video is specifically for you because it answers all the questions that is bothering your mind. So be sure to stay tuned to the end of this video so that you don't miss out on any information. And with that being said, I'm Apiamera. Let's get right into the video. First things first, take a good look at the box. Make sure everything is there. I'm talking of the router itself, the power adapter, the Ethernet cable, if any, and then the user manual. Now, don't throw this away yet, especially if you are new to setting up routers. Now, I have a separate video up here where I did the unboxing and first impression, which you can check out later after you've done watching this video. And of course, I'll leave a link in the description too so that you can actually check it out. Now, I must say, setting this up is pretty simple and straightforward. All you need to do is to plug in the power adapter onto the router and then onto a wall outlet. And then you can connect through an Ethernet cable, which is provided in the box, or do it wirelessly. I found the wireless one to be more secure for me because one, my laptop does not have an Ethernet port, and then two, I just love the flexibility of connecting with no wires. That's me. I might not know for you which you might prefer, and you can leave a comment on which one you prefer most between the wired and wireless connections, and I'll be sure to check it out. Talking of the wired connections of the router, it also has a USB port, and you can use your USB to connect and transmit Ethernet just like you use the Ethernet cable. And I tried using the USB to Type-C cable of my phone charger to connect to my laptop's Type-C port, and it works perfectly. So if your laptop do not have an Ethernet port, you can try using the USB to as an option, and it is going to work perfectly for you. Once you've decided on the type of connection you want to use, it is now time to find the Wi-Fi credentials of the router. Now you have to actually flip the router this side, and there's a sticker with a default Wi-Fi network name, that's the SSID, and the password. Write this down. You would need it to connect to the device's router during the actual setup process. Now let's get into the setup. That being said, grab your phone, your laptop, or even your tablet and head over to the Wi-Fi settings. Look for the Wi-Fi network name you just copied from the sticker. It should be something like MTN_ZLT_XSXS, where the XS is the unique string of characters. Select the network and enter the password you wrote down. After which, now you can access the router's administration panel, where you can change settings and then customize the router's network. In most cases, the router's admin panels can be reached by opening a web browser like Chrome or anything and typing 192.168.something in the address bar. If that doesn't work, then there's an exact address that should be listed here on the router sticker along with the Wi-Fi password. Once you have the right IP address, the router would prompt you for a username and a password. By default, most routers, including this MTN ZLT CAT4, uses admin, that's in lowercase, for both the username and password. So if admin doesn't work, check the user manual for any alternatives or any other options. The next thing to do is actually customize your network. Now, this is the admin panel. This is where all the magic happens. Here you can change the default Wi-Fi network name or the SSID and password to something more memorable and secure. We recommend using a stronger password with a combination of uppercase and lowercase letters, numbers, and then even symbols, so that to make it difficult for other people to hack. The admin panel also allows you to configure other settings like guest Wi-Fi, that is perfect for visitors who need internet access without messing up with your main network. Some routers offer parental controls, but be aware that this MTN ZLT CAT4 keeps things basic and omits this feature. But how secure is this router? The ZLT CAT4 uses WPA encryption to scramble data transmitted over your Wi-Fi network, making it more difficult for unauthorized devices to access your connection. It also has a built-in firewall for additional security, which I'll talk maybe in a separate video. Unlike some routers, the ZLT CAT4 doesn't allow remote management of the settings, so any changes you need to do must require physical access using the router itself. Now let's talk about the performance, speeds and signals of this device. The ZLT CAT4 router theoretically boost of download speeds reaching up to 150 Mbps. Now, let's talk about the actual internet speed. An important thing to remember is that the speeds you'd experience will depend on the network strength in your area. So if you have a strong network signal, the MTN ZLT router would provide you with internet speeds significantly faster than your mobile network data. Think of it like a potential 10 times speed boost. However, if the network signal in your area is weak, the speeds won't be as impressive. It won't necessarily be 10 times slower, but it will definitely won't be as fast as you might experience in areas with stronger network strength. Now, how many devices can you connect to this? The ZLT CAT4 boasts of the ability to connect up to 32 devices. However, that number is a bit optimistic and depends on what you are using those devices for. Now imagine a party of like 32 people fitting in a room. It won't be very comfortable if everyone was streaming videos, downloading large files and online gaming at the same time. You get what I'm trying to say. But in a realistic scenario, the ZLT router can comfortably handle around 10 to 15 devices, browsing the web, checking emails, and streaming music. Means some basic stuff. If you have a smart home with a lot of internet devices, you have multiple people streaming high definition video simulations and a lot of other things simultaneously, you might experience slower download speeds and buffering. Now, one thing to note is that the Wi-Fi signal range of this router is decent for small to medium-sized rooms. However, if you have a large house with thick walls or multiple floors, you might experience signal drop-offs in some areas. In that case, considering a mesh Wi-Fi system that uses multiple units to create a blanket of Wi-Fi coverage throughout your entire home is something that is commendable. Now, coming to talk of reliability, here is where things get a little bit subjective. User reviews on this router regard reliability are mixed. Some users report a stable connection with minimal drop-off, while some others mention occasional connection issues. It is difficult to say definitely how reliable the router would be, and this might depend on factors like your internet service provider and the overall network traffic in your area. So that one I can't actually talk much of it. But is that the right router for you? Should you consider buying the MTN ZLT CAT4 router? Now you need to consider now your budget. If you are looking for an affordable router for a small home or apartment and you don't need some fancy features like parental controls, this router is a decent option. Just be aware of the limitations on the features and then the shorter Wi-Fi range. But then if you primarily use your internet for browsing the web, checking emails and streaming music or standard internet videos, this router can handle those tasks just fine. Gamers and streamers who prioritize speed and stability might want to look out for a router with a higher bandwidth capabilities. There are also other routers in this price range with more features, so do your research and see what other options are available before making a purchasing decision. Now, my final thoughts. The MTN ZLT CAT4 is a basic router that offers decent performance for everyday internet tasks at an affordable price. However, it has limitations on features such as Wi-Fi range and the number of devices you can comfortably handle under heavy use. So in conclusion, whether or not this router is the perfect router for you and you should buy it should depend on your needs, the network strength of your area, and what you want to actually use this for. But I hope this video would help you make some informed decisions when purchasing this device. Once again, the review video and it's in the description so you can check it out. Watch other videos on this channel. My name is Apiamara and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.